Wack. I'm gonna call Wack100. Even though I think Wack got a little bias against these guys though. He got a little bias against these guys. But I'm gonna call him. I'm trying to call Wack and figure this out. Yo, Wack.
What up, bro?
Yo, I'm on a live stream right now. I got about 17,000 people on here. I wanted to like I got some paperwork on the screen. I'm actually sending you the paperwork afterwards too, because
paperwork on who? What the paperwork on?
So it's the paperwork on the guy who got arrested for killing Takeoff. They say this Patrick.
Yeah, they covered my room today. Yeah.
Okay, so in the paperwork, they're saying the prosecutors say they recommend $1 million in bail, right? Now
that's light.
Okay, but here's the thing: they have stipulations. So they have another document that says the stipulations, and they said if he does post $1 million, these are the stipulations they want the judge to put in. Number one, the Patrick Clark nigga can't communicate with nobody that's close to Takeoff or who is in his household, which that's normal. You know, obviously he's a victim, right? The second thing they say is Patrick Williams cannot communicate with J. Prince Jr. or anybody of his household, which is a little weird.
Person of interest.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's either a person of interest or a witness.
Well, they're a person of interest. If you heard the detective today, he said either you gonna talk to us your way or we're gonna put you on the stand. So,
yeah, he did say a grand jury subpoena. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're PO and person of interest. So they're letting it be known that you can't talk to these people. So that's a POI. That's what that is.
And surprisingly, I think this dude's a boxer, Shakur Stevenson.
What the fuck he got to do with anything?
I don't know. Those are only two names. It says Takeoff.
Real, bro. You see what they did with the Cam dude, right? Picked him up and let the feds handle the gun case in L.A., right?
Yeah.
After they picked him up, they started serving these arrest warrants, right? It's called separation.
Well,
divide to get the information.
Well, look at it like this too.
I think by February it's gonna be 3 or 4 more prominent people arrested.
Yeah, it looked like it ain't. Yo, this nigga was about to go to Mexico. He got a. He got
the academics. You gotta ask yourself, how did they know that? They in there, bro. They already.
No, of course.
Yeah, that's how they knew that, bro. Like, nigga, that's why they came when they came. How did they know? How did they know that somebody right internally is talking?
Something sounds weird about this. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, granted, this is a serious charge, but the nigga, as soon as it happened, immediately start thinking, "I'm going to Mexico." Nigga he applied for a emergency passport days after, got mad cash, booked the flight. Nigga, he like.
Wait, slow down. Is this nigga slow? He applied for a passport to do what? To go to Mexico?
An emergency passport. When you apply for emergency passport, you have to submit
an niggas is slow, bro. Let me tell you why they slow. On the Mexico side in California, from San Diego to TJ, they don't ask for no passport for entry. Dude was supposed to jump on the 10 freeway, hit the 8, and come in that way. That's why I call these niggas weird, bro. See, when you file for that emergency passport, you got to show them where you going. So they was already going to know where you at. They just go, same thing with this young lady with this other murder in Mexico. Nigga, he was supposed to get on the freeway coming to Cali and drop in and come through TJ. You in Mexico. The fuck are you doing? If you go to Mexico from the California side, they're not asking for no passport or nothing. They're going to ask for a regular ID. Facts.
Yo, okay. So hear what I'm saying, though. And there was at least 3 niggas firing a gun. There's 3 niggas firing a gun. Why are you running days after? Why don't you, like, if you got some money to even think about running, why don't you say,
3 niggas firing a gun? God damn.
There's 3 niggas firing. Like, why don't you say, right now my name not even getting brought up in the media. Let me get a lawyer. Let me lay low. But if you look like you about to run, you got to imagine they're in everybody's cell phone.
Let me ask you something, Mac. If you look up, they said Black Chevy Tahoe did a hit and run on a red Corvette, right? And you know you had a drunken night. You wake up in the morning and see it. You're going to say, God damn, nigga, I got a black Chevy Tahoe. I was in it last night. I was drunk as fuck. And you go look at your motherfucking Tahoe in the garage. You got red paint on it. You going to go paint it? You going to send it to the body shop to get fixed?
Okay. All right.
You know, only, individual knows what's them and what ain't. So, a lot of these motherfuckers, man, they overreact, show they head, man. I don't know. The shit kind of crazy. They say this dude a DJ. Am I tripping?
Yeah, he's a big DJ out there. Big DJ. DJ Pat. That's his name. DJ Pat.
Oh, so that's what they saying. They say he ain't that kind of dude.
You pull like this, but he was investigated.
Putting it on him, like what?
Yo, here's the thing though. The only thing, like, he don't seem like the guy. But in 2018, he was investigated for shooting up another club. They didn't have the evidence on him, so they closed it. But I don't know how they move in Texas. If you were investigated for the shit, it still shows up that they closed it, but they didn't really go all the way with the charges.
Oh yeah, that's different.
So the only thing that's funny on this thing.
Who is he tied to anybody? I'm like, it just ain't making sense. Or was it just some crossfire shit? I don't know. I mean, did he turn in a gun and they like say this is the murder weapon? There's 3 people shooting. I don't know. Like, how many times they say nephew got hit and by how many different guns? Did they say that?
Okay, in the paperwork, I'm gonna send you all this paperwork to your phone. Yeah, they actually say that, and I'm guessing maybe they did forensics or some shit. But you gotta remember there were other people shot. They said this guy is responsible for shooting Takeoff twice. They said in the back, which shows that he was behind Takeoff, and in the head.
Yeah, I remember you said some crazy shit like that when you was doing your shit.
Now keep in mind though, there's a woman who got shot in the head too, but she survived, and another nigga who was.
Girl got shot in the head at the thing?
Yeah, she was on life support. Or not life support, she was in critical condition.
Damn.
That's why I know there are more charges coming out.
Yeah, well, them is charges too. If they can match that, that's attempted murder.
I mean, they're doing the forensic shit. I don't know if you heard a nigga. He said, we had to restage the shooting scene to figure out who was firing where and whose bullet did what damage. And even if this is a guy who shot Takeoff and killed him, the other people who got shot, they done put so much money into this case, they're going to charge everybody else, even if they didn't shoot Takeoff. Anybody who got shot.
The shit you had was iPhone footage. Ain't no way there was no hardwired cameras in that motherfucker, bro.
Of course.
I think they was able to stage what was what. They had to do that off the hardwired cameras, bro.
Hey, if you ask me, there going to be some more arrests. The only thing that it just looked weird to me, they're trying to bar this guy from talking to Jay Prince and Shakur Stevenson. And I can't tell if they're looking at them as victims because they have Takeoff name right in that same list. Takeoff's clearly a victim. I don't know if they're looking at these other dudes as victims or people of interest.
POI. People of interest. What you mean, victims? How?
Man, I don't know, man.
Was they shot? Did they go?
I'm trying to make sense of this.
I think they POIs, man. But one thing we do know that I could say from what I saw from your footage is that Jay Prince Jr., he looked like he was in there like everybody else. Quite naturally, it was his party, so he gonna definitely be a POI. And the fact that he may know somebody don't mean shit because they pretty much know every motherfucking body.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what's so funny? I don't know if you saw this or you caught this. When they arrested that little Cam nigga, his lawyers said when they asked him, they said, "Does Lil Cam know who shot Takeoff?" And instead of the lawyers saying, "Listen, we don't know nothing about nothing," the lawyer said, "Well, we're gonna talk to the DA, and that might be something we could talk about." And
Bro, didn't you just hear me say you look in the order of arrest?
and as soon as that happened, they caught this nigga hook, line, and sinker.
Well, somebody had to give him the information that he was trying to, go somewhere. So, hey, bro, look, man, a lot of these niggas is gangster till it's time to be gangster. You know what I mean? A lot of these cats, they get up under that light, man, and shit. They see the light.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Wack, keep it 100. Do you think the Mexico move was a bad move? Maybe you should have won to Canada.
No, he wasn't getting in Canada. You got more better chance of going to Mexico. You ain't getting in. I mean, unless you got a clean record. It's hard to get in Canada. I think it was a bad move for him to try to file for emergency passport again.
Is it possible for a nigga to really go on the run though? Like some shit happened and you just get out of Dodge?
With these days with social media, it's hard as fuck, bro. But listen, yesterday I was in hillbilly land. No lie. I was on Clubhouse. I pulled up to the gas station. Motherfucking hillbilly white boy said, "I know you. You Wack100."
Oh shit.
Swear to God. Now imagine they got a fucking $500,000 reward for Wack100, wanted for this, that, nothing. Bro, this shit is different these days, bro. There's no running like that unless you could do what Russell Simmons do and have dual citizenship in Bali and get low.
Yo, I read this nigga's tweets since the day. The first day after the shit, he tweeted, he said, "Man, God protected me." He had 2 tweets about God right after it happened. After that, he been just tweeting about his regular parties. He was like, "Yo, I'm getting some new bitches." Like, he didn't look like he was keeping it moving. I don't know if maybe he ain't think the cops was on to him. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Wait, well, hold on, no. Maybe the nigga had some bookings for motherfucking Mexico. Matter of fact, he is a DJ. I don't know.
Hey, yeah. They said they caught him with hella cash.
Huh?
They caught him with hella cash. So he got an emergency passport, he got a flight, and he got mad cash. Like, come on now, mad U.S. cash. Like, come on now. You know, number one, if you traveling across the border with over 10,000, you gotta declare it.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna clear customs anyway. Fucking with a plane.
Yeah,
they gonna catch brands. They don't play that shit.
The first 2 tweets he sent out after that day, because it happened on the first, right? He got on Twitter the next day. He said, "God got me. He been had me." And then the second tweet he sent after that, he said, "God don't make mistakes."
Yeah. Yo, man.
Wack, I gonna lie, looked like he was trying to get out of here though. You can't blame him.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. Maybe he was going on vacation, man.
Hey, hold on. I love you. One of them niggas who every time I be listening to you on Clubhouse, I'm like, yo, niggas can't ever pin you down. Pause, like in a way of they'd be like, oh, they got you. Like, you know what I mean? You always got a really airtight argument. So let me ask you, if this was one of your artists, you know what I mean? Let's make him a random artist. Some random artist. This is a random artist you signed. You fuck with him. But some shit that happened like this, and he call you and he say, "Yo, Wack, what should I do?" What the fuck would you tell him?
What you mean? You talking about the DJ dude?
Yeah, the DJ. Just imagine that's your artist.
Well, I mean, that's based upon what he tells me.
He tell you, he say, yo, he think he might have shot a nigga. He might have shot a nigga.
Did we gonna turn you up?
Oh, just straight attorney.
I'm gonna turn you up, and we're gonna hire private investigators to go figure out everything they might not know. I'm immediately gonna be moving towards a defense. That's it, because you have to deal with it, bro. Brother, spend the trying to run and exhausting your funds running. Let's spend the money building a defense for you and get ahead of them. Because what happens is by the time they get a police report and a warrant for his arrest, then they got to provide us, right, the police report to justify the arrest. At that time, we already got our details and facts on what's real, so we can read that shit and know how strong it is and how weak it is. My client would have been out $1 million bond. He out 2 hours, no problem.
Yeah, Wack. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You devious with the bonds. You devious with the bonds. You devious with the bonds.
You didn't watch me 8 times go get mine.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to touch another person. That recent shit that happened, I'm like, yo, that nigga Wack just going there for visitation, man. Ain't nobody getting out. I ain't gonna.
I got the call. This is no lie. I got the call. I was asleep when they arrested me. I got the call at about 7 o'clock. Right, I was in LA. Right, by 9:30, I contacted a full legal team. 9:30 that night, said I need y'all in court tomorrow morning. He has no bond now. I need a legal team tomorrow morning in court at 9:30 at night. I contacted one of the top legal teams. They said, Mr. Jones, where you at? I said, I'm 45 minutes from the motherfucking strip. I was in Vegas by 10:30 that night.
How'd you get there that quick? You just drove?
Yeah, I drove. I jumped the fuck I was supposed to do. I jumped around the highway. My client in Vegas, I got to go to the client. The fuck I'm going to wait to catch a plane? By the time Blueface called me collect, he called me collect at 10:15. He said, I said, what's up? He said, you see what's going on? I said, I'm on the strip. I see you in court in the morning. Your legal team going to be there at 6:30 to pull you out. Get you some sleep.
I ain't gonna lie. You a good nigga for
9 o'clock?
You a good nigga for that. You a good nigga for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. You a good nigga for that.
I took his ass to the back of my Range Rover and drove his ass back to LA.
Hey, niggas always wonder why. They be like, man, that nigga Wack be turning up on Clubhouse. He be saying this, like this nigga hating, blah blah. But his artists rock with him, and it's a damn reason because nigga, you do your job too. I think that's what niggas don't realize. Niggas don't realize you do your job.
Nigga, you know I razzed the fuck out of you doing my job. You know that.
I think niggas think that you neglect your job, but in reality, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fuck no.
I think I'm the first day it happened, I heard you on Clubhouse, and I'm like, wow, this sounds some serious shit. I'm like, man, you about to go over there and just visit some shit. This shit not about to move a motherfucking inch. Like, this shit sound very serious, which it is.
You up the next morning, didn't I?
Yeah, nah, I did.
And you know what it took to find a legal team 9:30 at night, bro? If he would have went in there with a public defender, he was fucked. I had to get a legal team 9:30 at night, hustle them up, bro. A real one.
How the fuck you do it? Like, how do you fuck? You got these people like on a Rolodex type shit?
Well, some is on the Rolodex, and sometimes you reach the higher places because think about it, right? Okay, think about it. Let's say, a dude you just know a little bit calls you at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. You may look, I ain't fucking with that nigga, right? But then let's say motherfucking somebody that's on that level with you that you respect calls you, gonna answer the phone.
Yeah.
So I stop time, hey, you know these legal team? Yeah, Wack100. Can you get him a call with me on the phone? Called him, picked up. Hey, I got Wack100 on the phone. How you doing? This. I need you there. This. Where are you? I'm 45 minutes from the strip. Okay, we need a retainer. I said, don't worry about that. You'll have it before he walks in court. I met him on the steps.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew you was about business because I know the trials and tribulation you went through even with his girl. I see you with his girl smiling before. I'm like, Wack must know something we ain't know.
Well, here go the thing, right? It's a time for personal shit and it's time about business. Regardless of how I felt, I gotta respect that when I was in court, Krishan Rock walked in court to support Blueface, right? I gotta respect that, bro. I don't give a fuck how I feel on other shit. I gotta respect it because she showed up to court to support it. You know what I'm saying? She was there. That's what it was, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta call a spade a spade. You know, the woman was there. A whole lot of people could talk about it. Everybody knew where he was at.
Yeah.
Family, friends, all that shit. He was there.
Nah,
His
she showed up.
homeboys knew I was there. So all his homies is with him every day. They like Wack there. Ain't no need to be there. I didn't want them sitting in there because of how a man looked to the judge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like y'all ganged up in there. Hey, yo, hold on. Not to switch subject, but like, let me ask you a question. And your personal opinion, like, I know it don't matter if it's a $5 million bill. If it's for a nigga you fuck with, you gonna get that nigga out some way.
I want to get him.
Now, this dude got $1 million bail. This dude got $1 million bail. He not.
2 hours.
Hold on. I'm asking, do you think he gonna get out? Because here's the thing. I think they might also put these conditions to say maybe this guy fucks with Jay Prince. And if it,
Yeah, I know where you're going.
you get what I mean?
But you gotta remember, okay, let's say I'm Jay Prince, right? And I'm in this situation, right? I'm just gonna send somebody else to go get him and give it back to them. It ain't no problem.
Nah, $1 million. You see, when it comes to the hold on, but you should know though.
That's just $100,000 and some property. I got like 5 pieces of property. I got 2-3 men. They just want to see we got property with the equity. I can cover that, and he putting the 10% bond up. I'm gonna run that ASAP. I'm not gonna even think about it.
You think he getting out there?
Huh?
Do you think he getting out? Because I'm gonna be honest,
I don't know who he's tied to. I don't know the young man, but I don't know. You know, you gotta have your credentials right though. Fucking with them type of bonds, you ain't finna come because they're gonna want to see it. They're gonna put a stipulation in there where the bondsman gonna have to show real proof on where that money come from.
Hey, by the way, I see people in my chat talking about, oh, it's only $100K. Man, $100K.
No, 100 plus real estate. You gotta have the real estate there to cover that meal.
Really?
Yeah, like a motherfucker. I got that shit. I got property that got 2 million equity, 3 million equity. So when they look and they see, okay, the property's worth $4 million. Balance on the property is 1.5. Okay, that's sufficient for that. It covers the $1 million, and he's coming with the 10% to the bonds, and boom, they're gonna roll him.
Yo, I feel like this is gonna be some deeper shit going on.
Oh yeah, I don't know because this guy right here, nobody really know. I mean, we don't. I mean, I ain't saying nobody knows him, but I don't think the scene knows him. So it's like,
hey,
if he did do this, right? Was it some self-defense? He thought he was being fired on. Like it's all kind of shit. Was it intentionally? Was it meant for Takeoff? You know, I'm like, this shit gonna be a roller coaster, bro.
Nah, I definitely would. Hey, you know who hit me up today? I ain't hit him back yet, but interestingly, baby Jay Prince hit me up today, like right before they did the announcement.
Whoa, the little light skinned one does a pilot, bro. He's a good dude. I like him.
Yeah, no, he's a real cool dude, but you know, I know his family been under a little bit. You know, people trying to.
You up?
Yeah, he hit me up.
I don't know what act. One thing I can say, bro, your motherfucking ass, that shit, I seen a lot of your work. I seen a lot of your shit. But that shit, that when you sat down and I think you missed your calling, motherfucker. You should have been doing some other shit.
Hey, listen, Wack. Put it like this. But if it's not even me. It's the audience, bro. Like, players. When there's video, it's easy to kind of figure out. People are slowing it down, replaying it back, and again, I realized why this nigga wasn't on the video though. He was behind everybody.
No, but you don't remember you said that. You said something about.
I know. I said it. Yep. I said there's a nigga. I said there's a nigga who's firing that the camera is not catching. He's the third shooter.
You said that shit. I was just watching this shit.
Man, wow, we gonna see how this shit turn out, man. We gonna see how this shit turn out.
I can watch the show. Rest in peace. Take off my love. Go to the QC family over there, man. And how's Quavo been, bro? He been kind of quiet, huh?
I haven't heard nothing from Quavo. I talked to Offset recently. I was supposed to be in Miami. She, Offset want to get up with me, whatever. Me and him, we always been cool. But like, I'm praying for Quavo, man. Being at that moment and he probably replaying.
Body, bro. He stood over that body, man.
Yeah.
1 minute your man is full of life. Next minute, and it's his family member at that. He like that. That's that shit bring nightmares, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully he's strong enough to get through it. He definitely got the support around him with the QC family and everybody else in Atlanta, man. So that's his 20, man. But we're gonna sit back and see how this shit unfold, because I think it's gonna be some more twists and turns. But I do know this: the time them people took to serve an arrest warrant tells me they was very, very thorough with their investigation.
I agree. And also, I think they monitoring 2-3
in a day, 24 hours. We kind of like, nah, somebody going to jail.
Yo, I think they monitoring 2 to 3 other niggas. And if you watch the press conference, they were so careful in how they talked. They didn't want to spook nobody.
They didn't want to alert and alarm nobody. And whoever they own. Any hates movements, any of that shit, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. But yeah, I had to ask you, like, because usually, I think a lot of people have seen, like, whether any type of complaints or whatever, and usually you only see 2 people who they say stay away from. Stay away from your co-defendants, stay away from the witnesses, and stay away from the victim. And it was interesting when I see.
How did you get that paperwork where they naming who we can't go around?
Oh, I got every paperwork. As soon as they file in court, I'm gonna send everything to you. I'm gonna send everything to you right now.
I just thought about that. How the fuck you?
It's public court. Hey, listen, pull like this. Yeah, pull like this, Wack. They got me listed in the Harris County Court as an attorney. I see all this shit.
Check this out. I got 2 blue faces coming. I'm gonna send you some shit. I got my artist, 107 Hoover, Young Magnificent, and I got Creep the Guafine. I'm going to send you a couple things tomorrow morning, because you tell me what's real. You tell me if it's hot or not. I'm going to get that to you. And I need your animation team. I need an animated, incredible diaper commercial, bro. I'm about to launch the diaper company. I need you to let me tap into some of your resources.
No, of course. Yeah, and by the way, you got to bring me back on Clubhouse, man. I'm trying to come kick it with y'all over there.
When you want to come, let me know when you want to come. I'll
shit. Well, if you made the call, I'll get on there. Well, shit, you just got to tell me when you want me to come on there. I just got to get.
Let me overlook your schedule. I'm gonna see you the time in like 5 minutes, and then we lock it down.
All right, bet.